Well, one thing's for sure, I'm not in Florida anymore. That's right, we got a little bit of snow here. South central Pennsylvania. Not a big deal, we're used to this. This is nothing, it's just a little bit. It'll probably be gone in a couple of days, but I'm not the only one that's got some snow. Our Canadian, who's usually out west, Canadian, is in the east, so he's dealing with some snow as well. Yes, that's right, I'm talking about the Chrome Project, or as we used to know him as Van City Van Life. So yeah, let's talk about that for a little bit, because I want to talk about Andy, the guy's working on his interior, the Vanbuild, and even Dee and her Vanbuild, and we're going to compare it to Tater's bus build. So yeah, I just want to talk about that for a little bit, but I'm definitely not going to stand out here in the snow and do it. So let's go inside. Oh yeah, this is better. This is better. It's not too bad out, but yeah, this is much better, much gooder, as my grandmother used to say. So that's right. Let's just jump on into this. Chrome, he is up there in Canada, and he is jumping between two different places, but he's at Andy's, and I've not known, but talked to Andy, and Andy's been in the channel a couple times. Very good dude, and the dude does really, really good work. He is definitely on top of his game for sure. Now, I'm a Chrome fan, and I know a lot of people, they are not really too keen on Chrome, but that's okay. But even if you're not a Chrome fan, you have to admit that Andy is definitely a craftsman. The guy knows what he is doing for sure. I mean, he does great work. He figures everything out and measures stuff, and I mean, sure, he does plug it in the CNC machine, and it does all the cutting and stuff, but he still does tons and tons of work. I mean, he's got to get the measurements, first of all. He's got to figure it all out. He's got to program the machine. He does all kinds of stuff. And so before anybody says, oh, well, the machine does it. No, the machine makes all the little intricate cuts, but he still does everything. And you guys don't have any problem with AI running around here making music and having people say, I'm a musician, because they said, here, make me a song like that, and it just spit it out. Or people that say, hey, yeah, make me a picture and make it dance, and write me a script about that. You don't have any problem with AI taking over everything here on YouTube and other places, but you're going to complain because this guy uses a CNC machine? I don't think so. But anyway, the work is awesome. It's really, he does a great job. And I know it's probably a lot of money, but it's good. It's quality. It's going to last. I mean, look how long Chrome had that other shit inside his other van. I mean, he had that shit forever, and he bounced it back in the back country. He did all kinds of shit. He had a bulldog running around slobbering all over everything, and, and that shit lasted for a very long time. So I just want to give Andy some props, give him an attaboy, and say that he does great work. And he does make kits for all kinds of stuff, so go check him out for sure. But I just wanted to, when you step back and you look and you go, well, why not do it yourself? And then you look at Tater's build. Chrome, yeah, sure, he's spending money, but it's real supplies, real material, real parts, real pieces, real things, real components, put in by real pros that do real designs and have real decor. And Tater is just, it's the total opposite. And now you don't have to have pros do it. You can still do it yourself. I mean, Dee from Lady Bugout, she did her van build all by her little lonesome, And I mean, it turned out awesome. I mean, look at it. It looks great. She figured out what she wanted. She got what she wanted. She had a little bit of help with some things like electrical and stuff, but she still did it herself. And she made a very, very nice van. And it works well. It looks good. I think it looks really good. Nice little bohemian chic decor inside. And then you compare that to, the tater build with everything all slapped together, things that are miscut. You can see saw marks. You can see gaps around windows. You can see daylight through things. You have a toilet that's facing the wrong way. It's not thawed out. It's just stuck in there somewhere. Cabinets that are overhead cabinets that are level with the bottom countertop. And I mean, just everything just, and drilling through stuff and blowing out the other side and splinters. And, it just, I don't know. You just gotta look at this and go, hey, come on. Yeah, I know he's got to live in it, but there's definitely better ways to do things than pawn it off on somebody else and then run off and go do whatever. I mean, Dee from Lady Bugout, she spent lots of time and figured things out and figured out how she wanted things, and she did it. And she took her time, and it turned out really, really nice, in my opinion. And then you have Chrome, like I said, who went the other way and said, this is beyond me. I don't know how to do all this stuff, but I want it done right. I want it done so it's going to last. And it looks amazing. Again, Andy did a really good job. The other dude is doing all the electrical stuff and all that stuff. He's doing a great job. They got a big battery bank in there and all kinds of stuff. I think it's coming out really, really nice. And, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money. And I said it before, if I had $200,000, yeah, I wouldn't be spending it on living in a van. But that's just me. If you got it and that's what you want to do, like I said yesterday, it's not a better life. It's not a worse life. It's a different life. And that's the only thing that I say, when I talk about some of these folks. If you're going to, you live in a house, you're not, well, no, shut the hell up. It's not, it's just different. It's different. You still have problems. You still got issues. Your shit's still just expensive. You can spend a ton of money, even if you don't want to spend money. Just like when you live in a house, you got to be prepared for shit to break, and you need to have money back up so you can fix shit. The same thing if you live in a vehicle. I don't care what you say. It ain't cheap to be out there running around on the road doing things if you actually want to live and not just exist. Anybody can go out and pitch a tent and sit down and just sit there and stare off into the distance and hope you can get a scrap of food and just exist. But if you actually want to live, if you want to go do things, if you want to experience things, if you want to actually, have a good meal once in a while and do things, again, and live, it's going to cost money. Whether you live in a fucking van or a house, a tin can, a tent, under a tarp, whatever. If you want to live, it costs money. So spend it the way you want, but don't bitch when you put everything that you do on the internet and people go, hey, why is he doing that? It's none of your business. Then keep it out of my business. Keep it off the internet. I won't watch it and I won't talk about it. It's just that simple. All right. Well, before I get out here, I want to talk about Matty Van Halen. Is he quitting van life? Is he quitting van life? Has he had enough? Well, as Mike runs around and says all about the gloom and the doom and the economic collapse and how there's going to be an uproar and this and that and people can't, well, there we go. We just saw Dee. She just bought a big van that she can stand up in, and she did a build. Chrome is just bought a van and is doing a build and renting another van and driving around. And now we have Matty Van Halen, who, the quartzite dweller, the one that runs around in a van, He's like, you know what? I'm tired of just being in a van. I want a travel trailer. So yeah, what's he doing? He is running around and he's looking at little travel trailers that he can drag behind the van. So he can have a toilet, a kitchen that he can stand up in and do all kinds of things like that. So yeah, he's looking at different options so he doesn't have to be just in the van. And even though it's just a small little travel trailer, it ain't free. No, it's not. It's going to cost him money, isn't it? So as one little off-gridder cries and whines and moans and runs around and tell you that the sky is falling and you better run out there and be like him and live in the desert off grid because the collapse is coming. You got other people going, let me go buy some shit. Again, you go out and about, I see lots of new cars out on the road. I go to the grocery store, there's lots of people in there loading their carts up. Yeah, it's expensive, but you got to eat. So what are you going to do? Again, what are you going to do about it? You going to make a video about it saying, oh, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to stop buying stuff? No, you're not. And especially now it's Christmas time. Are you going to not buy Christmas gifts? You're going to go out there and you're going to spend money. You're going to buy stuff for grandkids or kids or whatever. You're going to do it. Are you worried about the economic collapse? Are you worried about the redistribution of wealth? Or are you just not rich enough to worry about it? They're not going to take your money. I don't know. I just think it's funny how it's all gloom and doom while other people are going, And I'm sure Matty Van Halen isn't a rich dude. Yeah, he makes YouTube videos. I don't know if he does anything else, but, you know, he's out there living in a van and he wants to upgrade. So I don't think he doesn't look like he's worried about an economic collapse. But what are you going to do? Like I said, it ain't a good life. It ain't a better life. It ain't the best life. It's not the different. It's just different. It's just that easy. It's different. It's just a different life. That's all there is to it. So if you want to live in a vehicle, be my guest. But I like the little modern conveniences, you know? I like to be able to flick a switch. I like to be able to push a little button and watch my waste go away. I don't want to have to drag it in a bucket or put it in another little tote to drag it down to the side. No, I don't want to do all that. But if that's what you want to do, you want to pee in a bottle and poo in a bucket, be my guest. But at least if you're going to do it and you're going to do it to make a living and put it on YouTube, put some effort into it and make it good, make it quality, make it look nice. Don't show everybody how not to do shit. But hey,
that's my opinion! This is Blind Views, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.